Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the 4K Lowdown, and Turnerfen77 presents our Oscar results for the 95th annual Oscars. I'm your host, David. My co-host is
Rich, aka Turnerfen77.
all right, Rich. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm doing all right. A little wet, but
Mm-hmm.
it's raining like crazy here in California. And I was talking to you before the show, and yeah, uh, I was doing the Spirits of Spirits podcast on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Sheriff knocked on my door to tell me and my wife that we have to leave. So we were evacuated. We were under mandatory evacuation Friday, which was lifted Sunday afternoon. And but I refused to go. So the sheriff took my number down, how many people are in the house, and then said, if you call for help, we probably won't be able to get to you. And I was like, okay, I understand. But I made sure that we had everything ready to go. And I had French drains built everywhere to keep from flooding the house. And everything turned out okay.
Oh,
We
good.
survived. And
That's
the
good,
house
man.
is in good shape. So yeah, we just got another bout that's going to show up about 5 in the morning. That's going to be just as bad or even worse than it was before. So
See, I
uh,
think that's the same storm that's supposed to hit us Wednesday night, Thursday.
hmm,
That and it's supposed to bring us snow, possibly.
yeah. Well, yeah, once it gets up there, it'll cool off, but it's warm when it's coming here, which is why we're
Mm-hmm.
getting floods because it's melting the snow that we have. So,
Yeah,
yeah, it completely it was wiping out bridges and flooding the highway, and it was awful.
I bet. Well,
Yeah,
glad you and your family are safe.
yeah. I did send my daughter and granddaughter away, just in case. But
Oh,
yeah, my
smart.
wife and I are still here.
That's good.
Yeah. So we already got Harrison on. Harrison, thank you
What's
so
up,
much for
Harrison?
joining us. Just want to say hey and thank you. And it was really great talking to you the other day. We were chatting about Anchor, and I wanted to talk to you about that, brother. Did you know that
Oh,
Anchor
yeah.
changed their name? Anchor changed their name.
They did?
Yeah,
What did they
they
change it
are.
to?
Yeah, they're now called Spotify for podcasters.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's really interesting, and I just happened to have created a banner for it. So basically, Anchor takes the audio portion of this live cast and puts it out on Spotify and other podcast sites like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, whatever you guys have. Um, but Anchor turns around and sponsors you. Well, they recently changed their name to Spotify for podcasters. So
That's awesome.
they kind of merged together. So Spotify and Anchor is all one unit now. But you can go there, set up your podcast, they'll sponsor you, they'll get you sponsors once you get more people, and there's actually money involved as if you get a lot of views or listens. We're not quite there yet, but we have officially 11 followers on Spotify, which is great.
Hey, nice.
So yeah, so that's quite a bit, and we've had our episode 5 of By the Numbers is the most played of the podcast,
Oh, awesome. Makes
which
me
is one
happy.
where we talked about All Quiet on the Western Front and
Oh,
those
no.
that seemed to be the most viewed. So that was or the most listened to.
So used
Uh,
to saying views.
yeah,
What's up, Jared?
so used to saying views because we're
Yeah,
on video, but yeah,
we
Jared,
should be on radio.
Jared, thanks for jumping on. I really appreciate that. Harrison said he's still digging out his place of work from the snow we had in Cali, over 10 feet. Yeah.
Wow.
Um, yeah, that was the thing. We had a huge amount of snow not a month ago, but it was like it would snow like a couple inches and then it would melt away and would snow a few
Mhm.
inches and melt away. Um, but then we got this what's called an atmospheric river that's kind of swooped in and hit us from the south, and they range from a 1 to 5, I guess, kind of like hurricanes or whatever.
Mhm.
And this was a 5, so it swooped in, and it was a warm rain. So the snow level was about 5,000 feet. So all the snow that was below 5,000 feet all melted and rushed down into my town,
Mhm.
and it was crazy.
Yeah.
And
Well, like I said, I'm glad you and your family are safe. What's up,
yeah, me
Dell?
too. What's up, Dell? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, we are safe. I've got webbed feet, but other than that, we're okay. I took some damage to my driveway, but I was able to stop it from getting any worse. And I'm working on repairs as we speak. But with the next storm coming, I'll have to wait till that's done before I can go and finish repairing the driveway. Jared says I'd rather take rain over snow. I would too, except in this particular case, because the rain's melting the snow, and now it's just like there's just tons of water.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And the lake that we have, so our the town I live in is called Three Rivers, and justifiably so. There's three rivers that run through our town. And all those completely overflowed, wiped out bridges, filled the lake because there's a lake at the end, and then dam. And they're trying to let the water out as fast as they can, which is flooding everything behind it, which is all orange orchards and lemon orchards, like that. And then, like I said, we got another storm coming, and they don't think they've drained enough water out to prepare for this next storm. So we're looking at the lake possibly to overflow.
Yeah.
And that'll be crazy. But hopefully, knock on wood, it doesn't get too bad. But either way, we're, like I said, we're buttoned down pretty tight here. I've got enough food to last a month and enough beer to last until.
That's the important thing. You got enough beer.
I got beer. I got a cupboard full of beer. I've got a
Beer
cupboard
and
full of
movies,
tea.
man.
I got beer, movies, tea. As long as the power holds out, I've got 7,000 movies.
Yep.
I'm covered. So anyway, so
Yeah, man.
now I know that you weren't able to watch the Oscars.
I watched what I wanted to see today because it was on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
So
Right,
I'm
because it
going
was
to tell you
ABC.
what.
So yeah,
What'd you say?
it was on ABC.
Yeah.
So
So I watched it this afternoon after I got off work. Fast forwarded through a lot of it, but I wanted to see. I want to say My People, because I was going to put this on Front Street. I was crying like a little baby when what's his face won for Best Supporting Actor.
dude,
I was in tears because I was just so happy. You know, you see, he was so grateful. You know, and you don't see that. He seemed genuine. He didn't seem fake. Didn't seem like he needed a list to read off. He knew from his heart who he wanted to thank.
yeah.
Same with the Daniels. I love seeing them win. They seem genuine. They seem shocked. Jamie Lee Curtis, I was glad she won, but I kind of want to see the other lady girl win. The daughter from
Stephanie Shu. Yeah.
There you go. I'm terrible at names.
That's okay. I got you.
But
But yeah, I would have liked to see her take it. I mean, it wasn't our pick, and we're gonna get to our predictions and then what happened here in a second. But all in all, I mean, this is the first Oscars I've watched start to finish.
Yeah, it was
in
a good
a
show.
long time. It was a good show. It was tight. They had all the categories. They kept the acceptance speeches tight. They cut a few people off, especially when there were multiple people on stage.
Mhm.
One person would talk, and then the second person would come up and they'd play the music, and they cut off the microphone. I get it, but yeah, they basically gave everyone like 45 seconds, except for the major ones.
Yeah.
The best director and the actors and supporting actors and those guys. They gave them a little bit longer so they could do their speech.
Yeah.
But the other ones like editing and hair and makeup and things like that, cut them off at 45 seconds. And but yeah, I think Jimmy Kimmel, I'm not a fan of his, but I think he did a job. His jokes really weren't funny to me, but he's never been that funny.
I don't think he's been funny since the Man Show with
I
him
don't-
and Adam Carolla.
I was with him and Adam Carolla.
Yeah,
Loved that show.
me too.
I was even thinking about that Ziggy Zuggy and drinking the beer earlier today, and it was like I remember him from the Man Show, and he was funny there.
Yeah,
But I think Adam Carolla was the reason why he was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of him personally, but he did a decent job. He didn't get slapped, so I think it's a win-win.
But
Kind of, it would have been entertaining.
Mhm.
I'm kind of sorry. I completely missed last year's Oscars because I was so bored. I was like, I don't even want to watch the
Yeah.
Oscars because the last few years have just sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And then, to get, the Will Smith incident, I was like, man, I wish I'd have watched at least for that.
Right.
You know, it was like the Super Bowl for football, just so you know, Rich, because I know you're a baseball fan.
Mm-hmm.
But when I watch Super Bowl for football, I don't worry about the halftime show. I don't generally watch the halftime show. I go for a walk at halftime, because you usually get about a half an hour, and I missed the year where Justin Timberlake ripped Janet Jackson's bra off or whatever.
Yeah.
And apparently there was boob. And I was like, man, I missed that. And I never I never watched the halftime show. Ever since then, I stay for the halftime show
Just
just
to
in
see,
case,
there's a thing
I'm
called phone. You could just see movies there. You
yeah,
can wait for the
I know.
halftime show.
I mean, I could see that, that, but I was like, I want to catch the halftime show just in case something happens. It's crazy.
Right. I'll just give you a hard time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just love it too.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, the Man Show was so fun.
It was. No way
Okay.
they could get away with that today.
No. Oh no. There would be
no
canceled
way.
Quicker than you know what. It would be awful. But okay, so
let's jump into this.
All in all, it was fun. It was it was really interesting to see, our predictions versus who won.
Yeah.
And I think we were right more times than we thought we would be.
Yeah.
And I think this was the first time I was actually really invested in the Oscars. So I think we watched about half of these movies.
Yeah, I think I say over half.
I'd have to say over half.
Movies, not short films. We did peep a couple documentaries. Yeah, I'm not interested in those. I'm interested in actually the film.
So yeah, let's get those out of the way. So there were 3 categories that we did not vote on. And that was animated short, live action short, and documentary feature. So those we did not predict. And I just want to knock those out of the way. So live action short, an Irish Goodbye won for that. And congrats to them. And this one you mentioned, so for animated short, The Boy, The Mole, The Fox, and The Horse won for best animated short. And you were like, that's the only one I've seen, or that was the only one I'd vote for. But we ended up not predicting that one. We just left that aside because I didn't watch any of these things. But now I noticed it's on Apple TV Plus, and I'm like, oh, cool. I could probably take a look at that. So I'm actually excited to watch that and see how that is. And then for documentary feature, Navalny won. And I don't know if I pronounced that right, but once I realized what this was about, because I didn't realize it until I saw the clip of it, and then they were giving the acceptance speech about it's about the war in the Ukraine, and there's like a reporter who was trying to tell the truth about democracy, and he gets put in prison. He was put in prison. And that's what this documentary is about him getting put in prison by the Russian government. Because of his, trying to, he's trying to preach democracy and things like that.
I think I did hear about this.
Yeah, during the acceptance speech, his wife was there, and she spoke, and she was like, "My husband's been in prison since this was filmed, and I know I'll see you again." It was a real touching moment, and I was like, "Oh crap, no wonder you won," because that's like current like major events right there.
Is
the whole
real
thing.
world stuff.
Yeah, the whole war in Ukraine and all that kind of stuff. So I was really happy about that. But those were the ones that we did not predict.
Right.
So I wanted to get those out of the way. So starting right off, so the first one that we looked at was hair and makeup. You predicted All Quiet on the Western Front, and I predicted The Whale. We were, I was watching it, and The Whale won. So points for Lowdown. Yeah. Thanks. I think absolutely deserved it. And they showed some of the effects and how they did it.
See that.
And I was like, oh wow, no wonder they won. And I haven't seen the movie.
We're gonna watch it in
2 weeks. Yeah, we're gonna watch it in 2 weeks. And we're gonna talk about it because it comes out. I think it comes out in 2 weeks or real close to that on physical, and I think I'm probably gonna buy it. Because this All Quiet on the Western Front and Everything Everywhere were the only ones that won multiple Oscars.
Yeah.
This year, so I thought that was pretty cool. But um, so what did you think about this? I mean, I don't know what you saw of this when you
Um,
watched it on Hulu. What did you
I
think about
wasn't
this
too invested in this
category?
category. I appreciate everything that all of those movies because they all did a fantastic job.
Yeah,
They're professionals, but they picked the right winner. I think The Whale. After they showed that little featurette,
yeah,
uh, even though everything or All Is Quiet on the Western Front, what they did too was fantastic. But I think The Whale won deservingly.
yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, after what they did, because
Mm-hmm.
um they talked about how they made him almost simulate the weight so
Yeah.
he could feel that weight, and then and they did that without affecting his face so they could still have his emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I really dug that when they talked about it. I hope there's a featurette in the
I bet you
physical
there will
release
be.
that gives us some of that because I'd love to see that. Okay, so moving right along, the next thing that we predicted was film editing. Both of us predicted Everything Everywhere All at
Mm-hmm.
Once for film editing, and I think it was a lock.
Yeah.
We were both right. It was I didn't see anything else that could have even compared to what they did in this movie as far as the editing goes, and it was, gosh, it was so good, and this was the editor, this was his 2nd movie he's ever done.
What was his first one?
I can't remember what his first one was, but when he gave his acceptance speech, he was like, "This is the 2nd movie I've done, and I won an Oscar." How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Um,
They what not just the editor, but what everybody working on that film accomplished with this movie.
yeah,
Oh man, it's just so good. From the special effects, makeup, editing, writing, directing, acting. This movie really had it all. And this is the first win for um,
the
a lot of
first
wins.
yeah, the first of many. I mean, they showed, like, supporting actor and actress first, but this is
First,
kind of
yeah,
the order that we did it. So the next thing that we looked at was visual effects, and again, we were both at a lock.
yeah,
Avatar was gonna take this because they invented I mean, it cost them $2 billion to make this movie,
yeah,
and it they invented new visual effects techniques just for this.
yeah.
So, I didn't think there was any way that this movie was going to lose. It's the only Oscar it won, and again, I'm not surprised by that either, but it
I've yet
absolutely
to see it.
it needed to win this. What'd you think about that?
Yeah, right. I haven't seen this movie, but um, it's obvious. It's James Cameron. He poured his sweat and blood into this, and hey, he wins. He deserves it.
Yep. Yep, and, what do you think about him not being at the Oscars? He no-showed.
That doesn't bother me
Yeah,
um, because he kind of seems comes off as an arrogant kind of person sometimes,
yeah.
and I don't like those kind of people.
Yeah, no, I agree with
So
that. I
it
mean,
doesn't bother
do you think it might have been because I mean, not that it matters, but do you think it might have been because he wasn't nominated for Best Director?
me. Yeah, he could have been being a crybaby.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Dell's extremely happy for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
me
We
too.
are too. We
I
were
mean, he
like,
probably knew he wasn't going to win. Was Avatar was nominated for best film, wasn't it?
yes, it was nominated for Best Picture.
He knew he wasn't going to win,
Oh,
and
yeah,
he knew if he was nominated for director, he wasn't going to win.
yeah,
Um, so he's like, "What's the fucking point?" You know.
yeah. Why even be there?
Hmm.
Um, all right. So right there, we're good. First 3 categories, at least one of us got
Yeah.
the the thing right, and the last 2, we were both right. This was our first miss, and it was with original score. So for original score, you picked Everything Everywhere All at Once,
Hmm.
and I picked Babylon. Um, Where's my picture at? Oh, but yeah, original score went to All Quiet on the Western Front.
And that's a good win too.
Yeah, I don't think this was a snub.
No, not at all.
I was just really impressed with Babylon's score
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
me too.
jazz and all that. I thought that was amazing. But I loved the score for All Quiet on the Western Front too.
Yeah.
I was not surprised at all that All Quiet beat this one out.
I had to go with I'm just so in love with
Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. I had to pick.
Yeah.
Even if it was lesser than um, All Quiet and Babylon.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you got to go with your sentimental favorite, and sometimes it bites you in the ass, like
Mm-hmm.
this one, and sometimes it pays off.
Yeah.
Like you'll find out in one of your future picks. So the next thing that we looked at is best achievement in sound, and we both picked Top Gun. And I don't have a picture of Top Gun in my thing here, but Top Gun won.
Yeah. I
So
mean, yeah.
yeah,
You can't argue that.
you can't. No, that was another one that was like that's almost a lock. It's got to be
Was
Top Gun.
Avatar in there for that?
Yes, Avatar was nominated. So was
I
like
think that would
Wakanda
be the only
Forever.
one that would
Yeah,
be really a contender.
yeah, yeah. I thought that might have a chance.
Yeah. But Top Gun, hands down.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see at least get some acknowledgement.
Yeah, and again, Tom Cruise was not present.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either.
Doesn't surprise me. Now, Top Gun was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, but it was chances are they weren't going to take anything but this one.
I think the only reason it was in the best picture is to make fans happy.
Is to get the block. Yeah, that's why they have 10 nominations. That's why
Mhm.
Avatar was in there. That's why Top Gun was in there.
Yeah.
I think Wakanda Forever was in there. Like that. And I had an idea about that. When we get into the best picture one, which is the last one, we'll discuss that. But we both got that one right. So moving on, we were looking at best achievement in costume design, and again, we were both kind of at a lock with Wakanda Forever,
Yeah.
and Wakanda Forever took that one. So no,
She did.
no.
I think everybody that
I
worked
think
on that movie for
Yeah,
visuals.
I think all the nominees were great because Babylon was nominated, Elvis was nominated, all really good costume
I
designs.
think Babylon could have been.
I think Babylon could have
Yeah,
taken it.
me too.
Yeah,
Because all those period pieces,
yeah,
man, they
for
look
sure.
fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. But we got that one right. Wakanda Forever took that one. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that one.
Me too.
There we go. So yeah, Wakanda Forever took the Oscar for costume design. Now we get into cinematography. And cinematography, we were both on lock. All Quiet on the Western Front was our pick, and it totally nailed that one. I didn't have any doubt in my mind with this one that they were going to take cinematography.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
And that's coming to 4K soon too.
yeah. No, I'm down for this when it comes out. Now, it is available for pre-order now, but I think it's expensive.
It's like $50, I think.
Yeah, so I am waiting until the price goes down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting, 25, 25, $30. I think I might get it. But yeah, right now at 50, nah, I'm not down for that.
There's no way I'd pay $50 for one movie.
No. All right. So the next thing we looked at was production design. Your nominee, your pick was Avatar, and my pick was All Quiet on the Western Front, and the winner was All Quiet on the Western Front.
Nice.
again, this was something where I think Avatar could have absolutely took it. But I don't know. I think
this was because it was all practical.
yeah,
I mean, people actually had to put work into it.
yeah,
I wish I would have thought of that when we were doing our picks.
yeah. I mean, we were kind of whipping through this, and
Yeah,
a lot of these movies we hadn't seen yet,
yeah.
and we were just kind of predicting what we thought. But yeah, it was interesting.
It's a great
All right.
film.
It's a brilliant film. I absolutely loved it. Okay, now we did move to best director next, which is one of the big ones. And
Hmm.
for best director, we both went Spielberg for The Fablemans.
Yeah, and I was
And
okay. I was shocked, but I wasn't because of all
yeah,
the momentum from all the other awards
yeah,
um, for everything ever at once.
yeah.
Um, Once you started the last awards with SAGs, and they just swept through there too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise is probably busy filming a scene where he jumps off a spinning helicopter propeller and lands in a tin can on one finger. I would not be surprised if that actually
you're
happened
probably right. Or he was
in
in space. One of the
in
two.
Dead Reckoning. Um,
Um, but with I thought this was a Spielberg's lock. This is his thing. And we both watched Fableman. Fantastic film. I loved
yeah,
it.
yeah, it
Can't
was
wait to have that
absolutely
collection.
beautiful film. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I was like, oh, Spielberg didn't win, but then I was like, I'm not disappointed
Yeah. And again,
because
go back.
like you said, you hit the nail on the head. The momentum that
Hmm.
between what they got in the SAG Awards
Yeah.
leading to this, they I'm not surprised at how
Yeah.
many awards they won.
And their speech, I
Yeah.
absolutely loved it. And
Yeah, the
that's what I.
Daniels did an amazing job. Every speech they did, and they were
Mhm.
up there quite a bit.
Yeah.
Every
And
speech
their
they did
last.
was good. Yeah.
I will admit it. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Their speech brought me to tears. I teared up. You
Yeah.
know, I don't think I have loved a film as much as I've loved Everything Everywhere All at Once. It
Yeah.
just hit me when I came out of that theater. I
I
instantly loved it.
yeah. I've never been I've never loved a multi-Oscar winner like this
Yeah,
in a long
yeah,
time.
good way to put it.
Um, because usually my taste versus Oscar's taste, totally different.
Right.
Night and day. And that's part of the reason why I wasn't really an Oscar fan. And this being the first year that I was actually invested in it because mainly because of Everything Everywhere All at Once, because I was like, dude, this thing's been nominated. I think it was nominated for 11
Yeah,
Oscars and it won 7. So I was like, dude, so happy for them.
me too.
And it was an amazing film. It's definitely one of my favorites.
I can't wait to see what they do next.
Yeah.
I'm calling it now. I bet you they're going to do a Marvel movie. I bet you Kevin Feige is going to see this and he's going to be like, he's going to call him up,
It's like,
give him some
I want
weird
you to
ass property.
yeah.
He's like, have fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Here you go. Or we're gonna really I want you guys to do the Avengers multiverse movie. You guys will be in charge of that.
I,
I think that'd be fun.
I think I'd rather see him do a second tier character, um, just because they can have a little bit more freedom.
Mhm.
Because obviously, A24 and whoever else finances movie gave them do go crazy,
Yeah,
have
do what you
fun.
want.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Yeah, we don't want Disney to come and
Hmm.
curtail them like they did with Sam Raimi for Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I want someone that I want a production company that will give them complete autonomy.
Hmm.
Let them just go all out because I want to see what they'll do next. They
Or
did Swiss.
maybe Warner Brothers would be the one to do it and let James Gunn say, "Here, you got a lot more
Here you
creative
got
freedom here."
DC. Yeah, take DC
Hmm.
and run with it.
Yeah.
I'd do that. I'd buy
Yeah.
that for $1.
The Doctor Fate movie,
Oh,
something like that.
something like that. Yeah,
Justice League Dark. Yeah.
yeah.
And again, back to their speech. I
Constantine.
loved it.
I'd be down for a Constantine movie
Yeah.
for DC.
Hmm.
Um, all right. So the next thing that we talked about was Best Actress. And oh, but we got comments. Hold on. Oh yeah, we got Mika.
What's
What's
up,
up,
Mika?
Mika?
How you doing?
It's the first time in a long time I watched Oscars live and some. Yeah, me too.
I'm glad you
Everything
did.
Everywhere All at Once brought me back. My favorite film of 2022.
Me too, Mika.
Totally. I mean, the only thing for me that I liked a little bit better was Top Gun, and that was it.
Top
But
Gun
yeah,
was my number 2.
that was yeah. Top Gun was my number one, and Everything Everywhere was my number two. So, um, Dell and Mika exchanging pleasantries. But yeah, it's such a pleasure having you on, Mika.
Yeah,
Thank you
we
so much.
appreciate you guys. Dell, everybody, Mika,
Everybody, Harrison,
Harrison.
all you guys.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys tuning in every week.
Yeah.
If we don't come across it and say it enough, thank you. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So getting back to Best Actress. Now, you and I both picked Cate Blanchett to take Best Actress. And I am a little disappointed that she didn't get it because we talked about it. It was Cate Blanchett's award to lose. But again, I think the momentum got it and gave it to Michelle Yeoh, which I am equally happy about.
Me too. I am very
Michelle
happy.
Yeoh has been one of my favorite actresses since the 70s. So I'm so happy to see her get what she deserves.
Don't kick me off the show when I'm about to say this. What I'm about to say, she didn't come onto my radar until this movie, and I fell in love with her.
I'm leaving. No,
I absolutely fell in love with this lady, and then hearing her make her doing the interview circuit, made me even love her more.
Yeah.
Oh, she's fantastic. I can't wait to see her next project.
She's absolutely genuine. She's humble. Such an amazing person.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's one of my favorite actresses of all time, period. And she's always been that way. I first saw her in Super Cop with Jackie Chan. And I'm like, I need to know more about her with what she did, because in an interview with Jackie Chan, he said that Michelle Yeoh is the only person that he's afraid of. And I was like, okay, I need to know more about Michelle Yeoh. So I went back and started watching some of her old stuff. And then Tomorrow Never Dies came out with Pierce Brosnan, and she was like the main Bond girl with that. And I loved her in that. So I was like, dude, everything that she's in, I'll get it. And from 88 Films, I just bought Magnificent Warriors, which was from like early 80s or something like that. And I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, she's amazing. I'm so happy for her.
This film made me a fan of hers. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she does next.
Yeah, it was going to be a toss-up between Cate and Michelle. So happy for Michelle. Yeah, I agree. It was her time.
Oh, yes, I did see Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, she was the crazy
ensemble cast, really.
Yeah, she was the monster-in-law.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But yeah, she definitely deserves her flowers. She's been in the game for so long. Yeah, totally.
What's up,
Jay? What's up, Jay?
Thank you for joining us, man. I need to upgrade my Crazy Rich Asians from Blu-ray to 4K.
Oh yeah, I got
that 4K.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm not as happy with the sound as I wanted to be. You know me, I'm a sound whore with with my 4K, but beautiful picture. I mean,
the Blu-ray is fantastic.
If you're gonna demo 4K and just picture quality and stuff, that's what you show, because of all the colors and everything. Amazing.
And it's a fantastic film too.
Oh yeah, it's a great film.
I can't wait to watch it again when I get to my C's.
Yeah, I remember she said Jackie almost killed her in one of the stunts. They joke about it. Yeah. And he was like, Jackie Chan was like, in the beginning when he got Michelle Yeoh on it, he's like, you're gonna have to do your own stunts. And she was down. She was totally down. Awesome. But yeah, she's amazing. I'm so proud of her. I'm absolutely proud of her. But yeah, I think Cate Blanchett got snubbed a little bit, but again, I'm not disappointed. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised.
The momentum that the movie has, I'm not too surprised. Now she did win the BAFTA. But Michelle Yeoh got the Golden Globe, the Screen Actors Guild, and this one. So yeah. Yeah. It's a really good movie.
Henry Golding, is that his name?
About Crazy Rich Asians. Yeah. What was that?
Henry Golding's in there, right?
Yes.
I'm a fan of his. I like him.
Yeah.
Don't
I mean,
judge me,
I
guys.
wasn't too fond of Snake Eyes, but
Okay,
I
this
like
is
his
you're gonna
movies.
judge me. That's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I liked it enough, but it was just, and I just went ahead and bought it on 4K. I didn't
I think I
even
got mine
try
for
it first.
9.99
Yeah.
sale.
I think I got mine for 12 or something like that. Yes, Dell, it's what got me to watch it. Yeah. Oh yeah. She absolutely commands the screen when she's there.
Yeah.
And I really liked her in the Witcher prequel thing series. I think it was Blood Oranges Origins or something like that.
I didn't watch that.
But yeah, yeah, or indeed, yeah. She just has this command
Yeah.
to where I don't know. Every time I see her, I'm just glued. I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter what she's doing. I mean, even she was in the new Minions movie. And as soon as I heard her voice, I was like, okay, I want to watch what the character does in the animated movie because I know it's Michelle Yeoh.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Kung Fu Master and
Mm-hmm.
teaches the minions how to fight. So I was totally down for that. All right, so let's move on to Best Actor. So again, Best Actor, we had a difference of
Yeah.
opinion. You went with Colin Farrell from Banshees of Inisherin, and I wasn't surprised by that. I was like, okay, I think that's a definite possibility because he won the BAFTA and the Golden Globe for Best Actor. But I went with Brendan Fraser for The Whale
Good pick.
because that's all anybody was talking about was his emotional performance and how he did. And The Whale did prevail. That rhymed. Um, I'm a poet and I didn't know it.
You know what
So
I'm surprised is that Banshees of Inisherin got shut out. They didn't win nothing.
they got completely snubbed.
Yeah.
Um, I may have the same shirt, Turner. She might have the same shirt. Um, I'm still waiting for those burn ends, Jay. You were supposed to send me some. Did y'all watch the Actors on Actors interview between her and Kate? I highly recommend it. Oh no, I did not
No,
see
I did
that.
not.
Oh, that ought to be interesting. Um, but yeah,
Today's
oh,
an Iowa boy,
Frazier.
right?
And I was a little worried about him when he came up to do his acceptance speech. It looked to me like he was about to have a heart attack.
Yeah. He looked
Um,
shocked.
he looked very shocked. He didn't know quite what to say, but everything he did say when he was thanking everybody had like a nautical theme, like a whale theme, which was really funny. And that I just have to take note of that because when he was talking about it, he was talking about Hong Chow and how, she was like a whale and blah 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 and how he was like in a diving mask with a tube going up to the surface. He just had all these comments that were nautical or whale themed
Mm-hmm.
when he was doing his acceptance speech that made me like, okay, so he had this planned, either that or he's off the cuff, just like throwing this out.
Well, he
Uh,
is an Oscar-winning performer now,
he
so
is,
he could, so he could
he is.
have planned and not
I
known.
yeah. When did I say that? I'm just, I was just hoping because I was watching when you were making the bird ends at one time, and I'm like, you got to send me some, and I don't think you answered me, but I'm still hoping. Um, So yeah, called Brendan Fraser. I think his performance in The Whale was great. Yeah,
I'm looking
me,
forward to watching that, Minka. So
yeah,
in a
me
couple
me
weeks
too.
we'll
I
be
mean,
talking.
I predicted it just off the trailers and the clips that I saw. I was like, dude, he's my pick for best actor, but I still haven't seen the movie. So yeah, when it comes out, I can't wait to watch it.
Me too.
Um, but yeah, so another point for Lowdown. Um, so then we come into best original screenplay, and again, we were both like, duh.
Yeah, this was easy.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, best original screenplay, no doubt, absolute, not, yeah. Don't even discuss it. We both just went, yeah. How could it not be this one, right?
Yeah.
Um, and again, the Daniels one that wrote the screenplay, so they come out,
Yeah.
they do another speech, and they're like, all this kind of stuff. And I just got to say, I loved Daniel Kwan's blazer that said punk on the back.
Yeah.
and I love the design of it. I was an absolute fan as soon as he walked up, and I've seen him doing something else, like acting wise. I think he's been in something, but I have to go back and
He
look.
looks
But
familiar.
he looked familiar to me. I think
Yeah.
I've seen him in something before. But I was so happy to see them get original screenplay.
Yeah, me too.
Now, here's one that we both messed up on in adapted screenplay.
Okay. I'm gonna
Uh,
just go on a limb. The winner of this movie, or the winner of this award, absolutely deserves it.
yeah,
Oh,
I
rewatch
completely,
Women Talking.
I completely agree. Cause yeah, so you went with Glass Onion.
Hmm.
I went All Quiet on the Western Front, but I got to tell you, it was before either of us saw Women Talking.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna review this on Wednesday,
Yeah.
but this absolutely deserves the
Yes.
Oscar for adapted screenplay.
If I'm just gonna say right now, if you guys haven't seen Women Talking, do yourself a favor, watch it.
Mhm.
It's a tough subject, very tough
It is.
subject.
It's a tough watch.
Yeah.
It is an absolute tough watch. Mika says Everything Everywhere All at Once was definitely going to take that. The originality with the screenplay is unlike anything I've seen.
Mhm.
The Daniels are in a league of their own. Yeah, like I
I
said,
agree 100%, Mika.
Daniel Kwan and the other Daniel, I can't remember his last name, but they they were basically given free reign. They were like, just do it, just write what you want, film what you want, make it how you
Mhm.
want, and we were all rewarded for that. Yeah, so happy for Sarah Pauly. Yeah, Sarah Pauly wrote the screenplay for this and
Yeah.
directed it, if I remember
I loved
correctly.
her speech.
I loved her speech too.
Yeah.
I think she was amazing.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go out on a limb myself on this, and I think there was an Oscar nomination snub here. I think Claire Foy should have been nominated for supporting actress.
I agree.
She was powerful in this movie.
Mhm. I I'm
I
just
loved Rooney Mara too. I think Rooney Mara did an amazing
mhm.
job too, but Claire Foy really got my attention in this
Yeah.
movie. We'll
I
talk
can't wait
about
to talk
that more
about
on
this movie.
Wednesday when
Yeah.
we do the score, but
I'm looking forward to that.
it did. It absolutely deserved this.
Mhm.
All right. Now we're going to get toward best animated feature. Now, you keep changing your mind.
I know. It's the
You-
old age, man. I'm telling you.
It's the old age. I'm 7 years older than you, but I still remember this. So you keep
My
saying
original pick was Marcel, right?
that you picked Pinocchio, but you predicted Marcel the Shell with
Yeah.
shoes
Ah,
on. And I predicted Pinocchio
see, that's
to
what it
win,
is.
but my sentimental pick is absolutely Marcel the Shell. That was an amazing
Oh, I love that.
movie.
Oh
Yeah.
man. I
Such a
was disappointed that I
Thanks,
did
Mika.
not.
Mika agrees with me about Claire Foy, but yeah, she was so good.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm going. There was a movie that she did, and I believe it's called Unsane.
Oh,
Um,
that's good.
and I almost picked it for our use, which we're going to do on Thursday,
Uh-huh.
but I almost picked it. She's psychotic in that
Hmm.
movie, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So just seeing her character in Women Talking,
Yeah.
she was just such a powerful force. I was really impressed. Anyway, okay, so for animated feature, I think this is popularity wise more so than anything else.
Hmm.
Pinocchio took the Oscar. I just predicted it that way, but Marcel the Shell with shoes on is phenomenal.
It's a better
Absolutely,
film, I think.
yeah, way better film.
Hmm.
I would watch that every day and twice on Sunday before
Hmm.
I'd watch this one again. This is beautifully done,
It is.
and Del Toro deserves an Oscar.
He had a great speech too.
He had a great speech too. I loved his speech. Um, but yeah, I think Marcel the Shell should have won.
Yeah,
I
I
I
agree with you.
I do. But anyway, I get the point anyway. Haha. So, um, all right. So moving on to original song. Again, we were both at a lock. We said, dude, RRR,
Oh, I love this
not to
movie.
not to is getting best original song. That was the best
Oh, I
performance.
had so much. I watched that twice.
Yeah,
I
that was the
really.
best performance of the
Oh,
night.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Um, And I got to say, because they did all the original song nominations as
Mm,
performances, and I was really disappointed in Everything Everywhere All at Once's performance
yeah,
of that song.
it's terrible.
It didn't sound right to me. I mean, it was like it was off key, and it just didn't look right. I didn't care
Yeah.
for it. I was really disappointed. I thought Lady Gaga did all right,
Uh-huh.
but that was like, I don't know, she was in jeans and a t-shirt,
I think it was
and
last minute.
it looked like her gums were bleeding. I don't know what the deal was, but I didn't care for the camera angles. They were like right up on her face.
Mhm.
Um, but
My daughter made a comment. Malia made a comment about her lips. I forget what she said. They were orange. She says, "Oh, she looks like she took a
well,
spoonful of Nyquil."
well,
It did
yeah,
like
or
her.
something. She took cough syrup or something. But
Hmm.
yeah, like I said, it looked like her gums were bleeding, like everything was
Yeah,
red. But her lips were like dry and chapped,
yeah,
and like she wiped off her makeup and she didn't do anything. I don't know what the deal was, but yeah, I was really disappointed. Um, so for me, the supporting actress snub was Stephanie Shu from Everything Ever All at
yeah.
Once.
I agree with you.
Much better than we're gonna get to that. That's coming up. Unsane is a great movie,
Hmm.
absolutely. Yes, Dell, I agree. It was upsetting to see Stephanie not get the award. Also sad to see Angela's expression when she lost. Yeah.
Yeah,
I I really thought
hmm.
Angela Bassett was gonna win.
She
Um,
did too, evidently.
um, yeah, I've heard great things about RR. I have to
Do
watch it.
watch it.
I gotta tell you now, it's really close to being a musical, and
Hmm.
so I
I
did get
agree
a
with you.
migraine. I did get a migraine when I was done with it, but I liked it. I
Yeah.
don't know if I would watch it again, but I liked it. It was like the best parts Bollywood and Kung Fu theater all rolled into one.
Hmm.
And so I dug it. But it is over 3 hours long. Be ready for a marathon. Maybe take a break about halfway through, get something to drink, get a slice of pizza, come back, finish it,
Yeah.
and then you'll be good.
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix right now. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't we weren't dissuaded in any way. I did like some of the other songs, but Not to
See, I
was
still
gonna take
think
the Oscar.
they
As soon
should
as
have
I saw
nominated.
it yeah, as soon as I saw it on the Golden Globes, I was like, "Dude, that's gonna get
Yeah,
the Oscar." I wasn't even and no doubt in my mind.
I think they should have nominated Taylor Swift for that Crawdad movie, and they missed a great opportunity to have
Yeah,
Lady Gaga and fucking Taylor Swift on stage together to do something. I think that's
yeah,
the opportunity missed.
yeah. I agree with that. That would've been fun.
Hmm.
That would've been awesome. Alright, so moving right along, we got just a few more left. So, for documentary short, we actually watched a few of them.
We did.
Um, but as we predicted, The Elephant Whisperers took the Oscar, and again,
That's a great
you
little
got
short.
it is a great little short movie. It's a beautiful story,
Hmm.
and it's only 40 minutes long, so it's not gonna kill you guys to watch it. It's on Netflix. Um, really cute documentary. It absolutely deserved the Oscar. I'm glad they won. The only other one we saw was The Martha Mitchell Effect, and that was a
I bet
snoozer.
it sucked.
That one just that was a clunker like nobody's
Mm,
business. I was interested in the subject matter, but oh man, it was
yeah.
boring. It was like watching grass grow. Um, so moving on to best international film. Now we only saw one, but we were like, "Oh, it's a lock." All Quiet on the
Mhm.
Western Front. We absolutely knew it was gonna take it. It took the best film at the BAFTAs. It took Golden Globes.
Yeah.
It took a lot of awards. It grabbed 4 Oscars, this year, from 9 nominations. I'm trying to remember. I think it was 9. But I was like, yeah, we were both like, "That's a lock.
Yeah.
It's gonna take best foreign film or best international film," they call it now. So I was
Did
not
did the director get nominated for best director? I don't think he did. Did he?
no, he was nominated for Screen Actors Guild, BAFTA, and Golden Globe, but I don't think he was nominated.
I think he should have been. I think
Um,
it's a snub for me. I
yeah,
think he should have been up there. Be, yeah, in my opinion, because this is a
yeah.
great film. I don't even know who directed it.
His name is Burger or something Burger, I think.
He did a fantastic job.
No, Lady Gaga decided to go stripped down for the performance. She wanted it to be raw. She also wanted the camera on her close up. Yeah, she got it, but yeah, I wasn't happy about it. I'm going to have to watch The Elephant Whisperers. We did 31 days of documentaries and didn't get a chance to squeeze this one in. Oh man, it's worth it. Take a look.
It's nice.
It's nice. It's fun.
And it's the way that it's on Netflix and if you have the 4K, it looks fantastic.
Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So we did international film. Let's move on to my favorite winner of the night, Best Supporting Actor.
Yes.
Ke Huy Quan. Absolutely. As soon there wasn't a dry eye in the audience.
No. Even the lady announcing it started tearing up.
Yeah, as soon as he won, she started tearing up when she announced it. And he came around, he's tearing up. Everybody in the audience is crying.
Yeah.
He absolutely deserved this Oscar. I'm so happy for him. And to just see that look on his face when he got up on the stage, he was like, he was going to fall apart right there.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. It was a great moment. Probably my favorite moment of the night.
Yeah. I mean, I was crying. I'm not going to lie. I cried twice. I watched it twice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very happy with this.
Yeah.
Someone that doesn't seem fake, seems genuine, doesn't seem like a jerk. What more can you ask? So happy for him.
Yeah, totally. Me too. And then, not to be outdone, Best Supporting Actress. We both predicted Angela Bassett was going to take it for Wakanda Forever. Jamie Lee Curtis grabbed it and Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm happy for her. And because of her acceptance speech, I now know that I've won an Oscar. So I'm excited. I'd like to thank the Academy for giving me that award. All the little people that made this possible. I don't have the Oscar with me because I'm waiting for her to ship it. So instead, I have the Lowdown Bear, which is
that was Cocaine Bear. Damn it!
No, it's the Lowdown Bear because he's got an L. He's got his bling. It's the Lowdown Bear. I will accept that on her behalf. So thank you so much, Jamie Lee, for presenting me with the award. But I would have picked Stephanie Hsu to take it. I do, yeah. Ke Huy absolutely deserved it. I'm so happy for him. And then Jay comes in. Yeah, All Quiet on the Western Front was amazing cinematography. Yeah, it won for cinematography, and we had no doubt in our minds when we predicted it. It was a tough loss for Angela. Can't believe it's been 29 years since she last been nominated. Yeah, she was nominated for Stella Got a Groove Back or something like that, I think. She is absolutely beautiful.
She is.
She's got the best arms in the business. I love her in 911. And she deserved the Oscar, I think. And I don't know if it's momentum for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I think they don't want to give a major award to an MCU movie.
I don't blame
feels bad for Angela Bassett. I do too. Oh, What's Love Got to Do with It? That's what it was, where she was Tina
Turner movie. Oh,
she was Tina Turner. That's what she won for. Because I know she did Stellar Got a Groove Back, but I don't think it was nominated for anything. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Everybody's correct. I like it. So yeah, What's Love Got to Do with It? She was amazing as Tina Turner.
But I don't think she handled it well.
No, she didn't. She was.
I think she thought she was going to win.
Yeah.
And I think she came off entitled.
Yeah, I think she came off a little pissy about it, a little butthurt. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed at that, and I'm also equally pleased with Jamie Lee Curtis's surprise reaction. Because I literally saw her go, "What the fuck?" Like, holy shit, did I just win that? And she was like, but her speech was great. I loved her speech. She had it planned out, but she did not think she was going to win.
Yeah. I think they all have something a little bit in the back of their head what they're going to say.
Yeah. Well, I think they're supposed to, because they were like, look, you guys have 45 seconds. Make sure you have your speeches ready, regardless of whether you win or not. Because that's done a lot for time.
Yeah,
I think the time was really well done in
yeah.
that.
From what I've seen, because I fast forwarded through a lot of it, I wanted
Yeah.
to see my people. My people, like I know these
My
people.
people, my people won. I want to see my people win it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I fast forwarded to the commercials. I recorded the thing, and then I came in like 45 minutes in, and I just started watching it from there so I could get through the commercials.
Yeah.
And Jay said everyone has a right to their emotions. It's hard to control them sometimes.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree. I
I
just,
agree.
it didn't come off. It
Mhm.
didn't come off very well, is all we're saying.
Yeah. Still a
And
great actress. She should have. I
I
mean,
th I think,
yeah.
I think if I'd have been nominated for an Oscar and someone else won, I'd have said, "Fuck."
Yeah, I would have threw my hands up and been like,
I'd have
"Fuck
been
this
like,
place, I'm out."
son of a, I'd have thrown the chair, I'd have got up, I'd have smacked the cocaine bear, and I'd have left. Maybe smacked Jimmy Kimmel, but I'd have done
I
that
would have
anyway.
smacked Jimmy Kimmel because
I would have smacked Jimmy Kimmel. I just walked up. I'm gonna smack you. I just want you to know that. I don't mind being thrown out. Um,
Mhm.
I don't think it's entitled. I think it was genuinely hurt. Yeah, she was hurt.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But then you've got Jamie Lee Curtis, who has never been nominated
Yeah.
for an Oscar. She's been in the business longer,
Okay.
as far as I mean, at least as long as Angela Bassett, if not more, and she's never been nominated.
But look at the person that technically truly got snubbed, and that's Stephanie.
Yeah. No,
Big
I
Bassett,
would have.
Curtis,
Yeah.
they're the bigger names.
Yeah.
This I can't say that lady's last name. She's the one that got snubbed, I think.
Yeah.
From
Stephanie Shu.
yeah, Stephanie Shu.
Yeah.
I think she's the one that truly got snubbed.
Yeah.
In this category.
In this category, sure. I think. Well, yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis was my third, and it was a 3-horse race. I really thought it would be Angela Bassett, Stephanie Shu, and then Jamie Lee Curtis. But yeah, she was completely overlooked,
Yeah.
I think. And because she wasn't even nominated for the Golden Globe.
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
And I don't know about the Screen Actors. I think she won the Screen Actors Guild Award though.
Oh, she
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think you're right. She won something.
She won one of them.
I remember seeing her.
And I thought it was the Screen Actors Guild. I thought she won the Screen Actors Guild Award, but I could be wrong.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah, Stephanie did a great performance. She would have been my second choice. Yeah,
they both did. Jamie Lee Curtis and what's her face did a great performance, but I still think Stephanie did a better job.
Yeah,
she did like Jimmy multiple roles, but Jamie Lee Curtis wasn't in that movie that much. If you really think about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Angela Bassett didn't have much of a part either. I mean, she had 2 really good scenes, and then after that, not much in the way of her being involved, except for a little bit here and there. But she had 2 really like scenes that were all about her.
Yeah,
and that's where she got her nomination. But, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I was a little disappointed in Angela Bassett's reaction. I would have done the same thing, I think, but I would have with her too. I just, our opinions are subjective. Take us with a grain of salt. We're just like, spouting stuff. Not that we know anything about anything.
They're the professionals. We aren't.
They're the professionals. We're just talking smack and, face for radio. So
yeah, definitely face for radio.
Definitely faces for radio. That should be the name of our podcast.
There you go.
For radio. Welcome to Faces for Radio. We're the ugly MNFers that are in doing the show. Talking shit. All right. So moving to our final category where everybody and their dog is nominated for is Best Picture. And what the Academy did to allow these, we're just going to call them mainstream titles or blockbuster titles, to be nominated is a cop-out. It's to draw attention so that more people will watch the Oscars. And my thought is let's give them their own category. So let's have Best Picture, and that can be the artsy fartsy ones, the ones that are supposed to get the Oscar, that we know those are the ones that only qualify anyway. And then have another one for like a mainstream award or a blockbuster award or something for those titles that 98% of us love.
See, I think if you did that, it takes away from the Best Picture.
Good. Take it away.
No.
I mean,
See, this is where me and David
Best Picture
disagree.
is still the top dog, but I then take those nominations back out and put it back to 5, because I don't care.
See, I think there was only 2 that I thought were blockbusters, and that's Top Gun and
and Avatar.
Avatar. Yeah, I mean, I think the other 8, I think, deserve to be there. I think it was Top Gun and Avatar, the only blockbusters or tentpole movies, as you want to call them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I just, with Elvis, I think Elvis was there, and of course, All Quiet on the Western Front. I think that deserved to be. Top Gun is a blockbuster. Avatar, mainstream. Triangle of Sadness. Ugh.
Oh, that movie was fun. I can't believe that got nominated. I was like, what?
I would throw Fablemans in there, but yeah, but even though Fablemans didn't do anything in the box office, actually tanked really bad. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not happy about it. I don't know what the resolution is, but I know I don't like it, because the movies that I love, I mean, aside Everything Everywhere All at Once, because we know everybody, Everything Everywhere All at Once won Best Picture, right? And that was your prediction.
Mm-hmm.
So you won for this one. I predicted Banshees of Inisherin, which got completely goose egged. So I totally tanked that one. That was definitely one for Turnerfen.
Okay. So your idea. Okay, what were your top 3 films of the year? What was your top 5 films of the year?
Okay, so
You remember?
I'm trying to remember without bringing in Spider-Man No Way Home, because that actually came out the year before.
Yeah.
But yeah, Top Gun Maverick. I actually have them written down somewhere. Everything Everywhere All at Once was number 2. Number 3 was Doctor Strange. Number 4 was probably Barbarian, and then Glass Onion was 5.
Okay. Now, you just going with what you said. Now, take all 4 of those movies, whatever you just said, compare them to the Oscar-nominated movies, the Best Picture. And some of the movies you said, in my opinion, just my opinion only, don't hold a candle to what was nominated for Best Picture.
Okay, but in what way? Because I mean, that holds a candle for me, because I tell you right now, I won't watch Women Talking, but I'll watch Barbarian 4 or 5 more times before I touch Women Talking again. I will never touch Triangle of Sadness with a 10-foot pole, but
that movie was
I
terrible.
love
I take that back. Take that one out.
Oh, okay. So we get to eliminate stuff from nominations, but I don't get my stuff doesn't count. Is that what we're saying? Because
no, I don't know how to say it. Okay.
I mean, I understand your point.
Quality.
Yeah. And
that's my number 3 movie was Black Phone. I think it was third, fourth.
Black Phone. Yeah, one of your tops was Black Phone. I love Black Phone. It was probably top 10 for me.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hold up. Oh man, I don't know how to say it right. As a work of art, because the Academy is for art.
Yeah.
To, let's say, Women Talking or Everything Everywhere All at Once. I agree. I agree with you.
I agree with Dell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you say that? Shoe? Is like a shoe?
It's shoe.
I don't know. This is
Best Picture category is a stacked category. Lots of films.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. But like I said, this is the first year in a long time.
Did you watch in 2019?
No, I don't think so.
I think that's when I started watching because
I
I
don't
just loved that year in film.
I think I stopped like I think 2017 was the last year I watched. And then I was like, I'm done. I don't want to watch it. And that was when there was like this heated thing about movies with diversity directed by people of color not being nominated, and it was just awful.
Oh yeah.
It was a horrible thing, and I was like, screw this. I don't want to watch the Oscars anymore because
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to give anybody a shot except for the movies that they want.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just,
I
I'm
feel the same way.
I am just not on the bandwagon of, giving these other ones nominations when they don't have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I think these movies should be given a chance. And if they're not going to be given a chance, then they should either have their own category or they should be completely thrown out and just nominated like they used to do it before. That was the point I was trying to make.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a tough discussion. I mean, like you said, how do you fix that?
Yeah. I don't have a solution. I just know I don't
I like it. You don't.
I don't.
We finally butt heads on something.
Yeah, we finally butt heads on something. That's but it's not a bad thing.
No.
That we're butting heads on it. We have a disagreement, but yeah, it's something that we can debate because I'm like, I don't like if like Black Widow. Okay. I didn't like to watch Black Widow because I know she's already dead. So the Black Widow movie had no appeal to me. I was not invested. And likewise, this is the same kind of example to where these movies that I love that I think deserve Top Gun, I believe was probably the only thing that deserved best picture more than Everything Everywhere All at Once. And there was no way that thing was going to win.
Yeah.
So and we're sitting there. Why does the movie, and I think Dell kind of pointed out before, the ones that make the most money, that's what they get. They get the money. The ones that get the nominations, that get the awards, are the ones that people overlook, that people don't get to see.
Yeah.
And I get that point. It was something that Dell said a few weeks ago that I remember.
Yeah.
I'm of the mind that, okay, if this movie made $2 billion in the box office, why is there no way that it can be considered to be Best Picture?
Okay, but look at Aquaman. We'll take Aquaman. That made over $1 billion too.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be nominated for an Oscar. If you're going by that,
Well, I mean, visual effects, sure. But I don't think it would deserve a Best Picture, but yeah. But I mean, that has to be considered. I mean, but I'm talking about the quality of the film that Top Gun Maverick is. Versus, I'm not arguing that Aquaman didn't deserve a Best Picture nomination. I have no problem with that. The Oscars are still the same. Like, they have a hard time straying from the typical art house film.
I agree.
They look down at certain films, to me, because they aren't at the caliber. I agree with that. It's like horror films, Marvel films, etc. Don't bring them to the table if they don't have a legitimate chance. See, that's my point, Mika. Thank you so much for helping me explain that better. If they don't have a chance, don't bring them to the table. And I'm thinking, I don't know if this is why Angela Bassett didn't win, because she was nominated for a Marvel movie, but I think
the Marvel movie won Best Costume.
We're talking major awards. Best Costume is like over there. Those are the redheaded stepchild categories.
Visual. What if you were a costume designer? Is that
I'd be so happy if I was a costume designer. If I was nominated for Best Pink Tutu Award, I'd be happy. I'd come up to the stage in a pink tutu and say thank you for this honor. I wouldn't have any problem with that. But some of these niche films have great performances which are worthy. Toni Collette in Hereditary, she was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Because that was a horror film, she wasn't even considered.
Yeah.
I agree that the Oscars had an issue with lack of diversity, but it was handled wrong. Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you, Dale. I completely agree that
100%.
Jay. Sorry about that. I completely agree with that, Jay.
Yeah.
It was handled wrong.
I think the Oscars need a new PR team. I think they do. I know they, was it last year they added a bunch of younger, diverse people to the Academy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they need a whole new PR team, a new marketing.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, Mika says, let me do the PR. Go, Mika. You can do it. I trust you.
Yeah.
Um,
They
but
do a better job than what they're doing now.
but yeah, everything everywhere all at once, 7 Oscars.
That's awesome. That made me so happy.
I'm so proud of them. All Quiet on the Restaurant takes 4 Oscars, and The Whale gets 2. I was really happy for The Whale.
And Banshees of Inisherin, 0.
Squat.
Yeah.
Banshees
I really
gets
thought
squat.
that was going to be the one that was going to win everything.
Yeah. As I'm ever decreasing rating. Yeah. It's like, oh man.
But they saw an increased ratings this year.
This was kind of a big year.
Bump.
And and part of it was they put all 23 categories back in. And they showed it all live. I'm really happy they did that. And they kept the show tight. It was only just a little over 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And sometimes they go way too long. But I'm overall, and I agree with Mika, overall, I'm happy with the award show.
Me too.
I think they did a really good job. It was really tight. They kept the time down. Fortunately, I was watching it because my recorder cut off at the last 5 minutes. I would have missed the Best Picture win, but that was the only one that I would have lost. But fortunately I was watching it because we were in from the storm, so I didn't have to worry about it. As long as the power holds out and my cable stays on, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think it's because they got it right with the films that were nominated. I agree with that. I think, like I said, this was my favorite group of nominations.
And I really hope they learn from this. Okay.
Yeah. I hope this sets an example
next year,
precedent for next year and the years after. Because you've got women of color direct. I mean, I'm so happy for Sarah Polley, and her award for Women Talking. Amazing film.
I cannot wait to talk that movie next.
Wednesday. Yeah, this Wednesday we're going to talk Women Talking. But I think so. So altogether, Rich, you got 11 predictions right, including Best Picture. You got the big one. I got 14.
Damn.
But I did not get Best Picture.
Nice. But we did a good job, I thought. I thought we did
overall. I thought we did a great job. I mean, considerably. Usually I'm right around 8 or 9 that I get right. And it's usually just the technical ones. I usually just completely mess up on the good stuff.
We watched them, almost all of them. I mean,
we did. We watched a lot of the nominations, but I mean, we watched a lot of these after we predicted. But it didn't change our prediction. I think even watching them, aside from Women Talking, I think that one, when I watched it, I was like, oh man, screenplay.
I'm going to eat crow on that. I was like, when I just saw when it was nominated, I was like, what the hell is this shit?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And when I watched it, I was like, oh, this definitely deserves to be in there.
Oh.
Yeah. That was, I think, the biggest surprise for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've seen it, right, Mika?
So yeah, stay tuned and tune in on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about that. Yeah. And we're talking about, we're going to talk about Creed 3. We're going to talk about Infinity Pool, Strays, and I Want to Dance with Somebody. We're going to look at the Whitney Houston thingy.
Yeah.
And see how that is. But yeah, she thinks it was a great film. Yeah. And I agree. I thought it was good.
Yeah. If you guys haven't tuned into it by the numbers, I'm really enjoying the show we're doing because we look at newer movies and just talk about them and score them. It's been a lot of fun for me.
Yeah. No, it's been a blast. I'm enjoying it, and we're never running out of movies to watch because there's always something coming out or premiering or coming out to physical, something in the theater that we both watch. So yeah, if you guys check out our By the Numbers series, please do.
Yeah, please do.
And definitely, turn your notifications on for it. But yeah, our next episode's coming up Wednesday. So look for the notification on there.
And that'll also be on
Little
Spotify.
known fact, I was raised Mennonite.
Oh, I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, man.
I appreciate that, Jay. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I've got the outro to throw out there, but I think we're done.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add about the show?
Thank you for the great discussion. We appreciate each and every one of you, man. Every week you guys tune in for us. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you guys. I want to reiterate that. Thank you so much for being on with us. It's fun when it's just Rich and I, but it's more fun when we have other people to talk to and we can bounce stuff off of comments. Love it. So you guys definitely do me a favor, like and subscribe. We just got a like on Facebook from my son. Thank you, son.
Awesome.
Thank you. And thank you, Mika. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
But yeah, I can't wait till your next ladies' night with Mel and Sue or whoever you get. Those are really fun. If you guys get a chance, check out Mika's stream that they come out with every once in a while. I'm open for another one. And Jay, I've been watching Perry Mason myself. I like that show. I wasn't sure about it for the first season, but I'm liking where the second season's going so far. So I'm down for that.
I think I'm gonna watch We Got a Ghost tonight.
That was fun. I enjoyed that. We're definitely talking not this next week, so we're gonna take a look at that one. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks.
God bless everyone.
God bless everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and we are out. Take care, everybody.
See you guys.